Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically we are discussing about one of the topic that is this file basically. This file actually I have not given the name basically. What name basically I should give that only basically I am thinking. So that basically we will give the name basically. So topic is this basically. So one of the person told that this everything basically how you things are managed here basically, because management is not there basically. This only Harvard, Oxford and big management level company only basically can do this actually, which I am going to discuss now, that is not managed basically practically. That is not managed by the set of I can basically just discuss basically. Why? Because only the management those group only basically can do who have the blood cells energy of Harvard, Oxford and big university basically. They are basically having the management blood cells basically. I can basically just discuss basically, but to manage basically you require that blood cells basically. That without that blood you require the Harvard blood cells. I don't have Harvard blood cells. I don't have Oxford blood cells basically. If I have, then only basically I can do that up to this level, which I am going to talk basically. So the thing is, I will take one example, then basically it will be clear. So the example is one person told that this 100 crore matrix is there basically, right? Then he told that yes, for 100 crore matrix, 100 crore resources are created to maintain the matrix basically. I will take one matrix. Bangalore city, 1,000 buildings are handled by Microsoft. So that Microsoft is one matrix from this 100 crore. So how that 1,000 buildings are getting managed basically? That is the management study basically, and that only basically the IITs, IIM in India basically these all are the universities. That is the big university, that is IIM and IITs, and MBA groups are basically there. The big level universities basically in India, and in outside basically Harvards are there, Oxfords are basically there. These groups only basically can create this thing basically, which I am telling basically. That is this basically. 100 matrix in this world, 100 resources are created for this 100 crore matrix. So 100 crore matrix equal to 100 crore resources are created. Those 100 crore resources groups basically, that also you can say, because one person basically can't do and everything basically. One person basically can't do everything. Even basically he have the software with him basically, then also basically it's not possible to manage everything by own basically. He need basically someone basically. So here basically I have taken 100 crore resources. So here thing is that one Microsoft example basically I have taken basically, right? So here basically I will take one example. What actually I want to say. And this only the big level management group only basically can do. I can just talk basically, nothing else, because it's very dangerous thing, because you require the blood basically, the management blood you require. Otherwise basically if I am thinking to manage this thing basically, which I am telling basically, I can't do. Why? Because I don't have the blood cells basically, and this management blood cells only this big level university only has, which I have already talked which university, and that is fact basically. So here basically thing is big level management basically. Small level management, company management, to handle one company, to handle one software company, that basically normal, that also basically required management basically, but that basically I can handle basically. But to handle this everything stuff basically you require the big level management skill, that only the Harvard blood cells, Oxford blood cells, big level university blood cells, IIT blood cells, IIM blood cells. These all are blood cells actually, and which are created by the government only basically. Because private group basically can't create one single house also basically. You require government permission. Without that basically you can't create it. Because the government have to give the answer to the whole world basically. If that building basically is creating problem, if it's creating good, then basically then also basically they will be earning the money na basically. They will be earning the money. So government basically should get something. So that basically is a different topic basically. And government basically is government. That basically everybody knows. So it's thing basically which I am discussing. 100 crore metrics of world. Here basically world basically I am taking. What is matrix? That basically we have already discussed. 1,000 buildings are controlled by Microsoft Matrix. Microsoft Matrix basically what is that? That basically we will discuss. And that Microsoft Matrix is telling that basically we will not allow a building to move left side or right side basically. So building will be standing at straight. So that basically the whole world is controlled like this only basically. So it's very dangerous, very dangerous. And this everything is happening basically. That's why basically I am telling na, normal person basically can't do this everything basically. The group basically who are into the big level management basically they only basically can handle and they can understand this basically. Handle is different thing and understanding first basically you have to understand the thing basically. What actually I want to say. So this is one thing. Now basically and this everything basically if one person is doing the Harvard, Oxford, then basically he is up to this level only basically because he is spending crores of rupees basically. If he is spending 1 crore rupees minimum basically in studying the Harvard, Oxford, and the big level university, then basically this everything basically you have to do basically. Otherwise, basically there is waste of money, waste of things basically, and lots of things basically. So, and this everything basically it's a normal thing basically for the big university group. They can easily manage. Why? Because they the when they takes the admission basically that time only basically the Oxford, Harvard, big university basically they dumps the blood cells into their body basically. That basically how they do that basically I don't know. That basically their system basically might be. So here basically thing is 100 crore matrix. One matrix equal to, I will take one example, one matrix equal to one matrix equal to 1,000 buildings in Bangalore. 1,000 cities in 1,000 buildings in Bangalore, which is controlled by Microsoft groups. This is one thing. Now Microsoft total matrix merge with this above one matrix, that basically, and then basically the energies matrix and all above is first planned and then managed and then controlled also basically you can say controlled or basically manage also is the word, other word is also basically there, manage is there, then done also is there. So like this basically things are there. So you can just see basically what are the things basically I have written. So in next video basically you are going to see that.